Hey fellow Fright Fiends, it's your buddy BoogeyMan Ben. This is just a little intro that I wanted to do before the video actually starts. I wanted to dedicate this video to my late Uncle Leo. We unfortunately lost him on Thursday, August 17th at the age of 97. It was less than 2 months ago that his wife, my Aunt Mary Ann, passed away. So the writing was on the wall. I knew it was coming. He had some health issues, but it still doesn't take the sting out of the fact that this beautiful light that was in my life is gone now. My Uncle Leo was probably one of the nicest people I've ever had the honor of knowing. He was a beautiful, sweet man who would go out of his way to help you in any way. He was an electrician by trade, but was such a brilliant man in so many other ways. He, contributed to a lot here at our home. We had quite a few issues that happened as comes with buying an older home. We had a pool pump issue one time, and he came and actually rebuilt our entire circuit breaker. He came out and helped me with that. He installed what he called our gaudy chandelier in our kitchen. He helped me fix our dual... we had a dual light switch that was in the kitchen as well that part of it actually broke in my hand, and I was trying to replace it, me and my neighbor, and we kept blowing the circuit breaker because it was a dual switch. And he showed us, at that time he was having tremors in his hand, but he still showed me how to break a piece on the actual switch to get it to work to control both the lights and the fan in the kitchen. So I think about those things all the time. I think about how amazing of a photographer he was and how much he was into music. And this picture right here that you can see now, and you've seen it in many videos that I've shot within the Horror Zone Lounge, even going as far back as to when it was just my office. It's always been there. And this is a picture that he gave us, and I treasure this picture so much. It is beautiful. It hangs here in the lounge, and I will miss him terribly. And this whole trip to the Dunsmere House that you guys are about to watch was an experience for me that I'll go into more detail as the main narrative of the video plays. But it took me time to get there, and there's a lot behind it. And when I started thinking about it, I actually shot this footage the day that he passed away. And it's kind of, I don't know, it just felt right that I dedicate this to him, because the day that I finally made it there was the day that he left us. And I think that's where it comes from, this sense of, adventure that I've had, especially this year. I've just said, fuck it, and I've gone to all the places I want to go to, because life is short and you don't know how much time you have left. And there's nothing worse than just sort of not taking an opportunity when it presents itself. And despite the fact that my mom and even my wife sometimes get freaked out about these places that I go to, I'm so glad that I do it, because it really just makes life worth living. And in the last few years of my uncle's life, he was not happy. And as sad as I am that he's gone, I know that he's happier than he was when he was here. I feel like he couldn't do what he used to do. He couldn't go on these trips and take his, his pictures and do the electrical work that he used to, because he had tremors in his hands. And not being able to do what you love, I think, is the greatest curse that we all face as we get older. And I don't ever want to go through that. And for me, longevity is not as important as quality. And I just want to be able to enjoy as much of my life as I can. And I know that my uncle, his spirit is something that drives me when I go on these little road trips by myself to find these locations from these horror movies and movies in general that I absolutely love, that meant so much to me. So I just want to say, I love you, Uncle Leo. I miss you. And thank you for instilling this sense of adventure in your nephew. And I hope that wherever you are, that you are happy. So best to you, my sweet friend, my sweet uncle. And thank you, everybody, for watching this. And here we go with some happier stuff. So here we go.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
BoogeyMan band coming round the bend. Is BoogeyMan band. Is BoogeyMan band.
Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks so much for dropping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. This video is a very special video. This is one that has been a long time in the making. This is one that I had wanted to do last year in 2022. And in fact, it was one that I actually shot an opening for prior to getting to this location. Of course, I'm talking about the historic Dunsmere Mansion, which is located in Oakland, California. It's been featured in many films, several horror films, very well-known horror films. And back at the beginning of 2022, I kind of started the new year off just wanting to get out of the depression that I had been in. That sort of defined my life in 2021. I was really going through a really bad depression. And 2021 was the worst year of my life, emotionally and mentally. I had to go to therapy. I did everything I could to sort of get my life back on track. And I knew that when 2022 started, I said, I got to start somewhere. And it just hit me. So on the night of January the 7th, I decided, hey, you know, the Dunsmere House isn't that far. I could drive there. I did notice on the website that it was closed, but I figured that meant the house was closed. I felt like, you know, it was located next to Chabot Park, and I didn't realize how far apart they are. Chabot Park is actually a little bit away from it. But I had never been there before, and I figured, oh, well, if this park is open and it's close to it, maybe the grounds for Dunsmere are open. So like I said, I shot an opening that I'm going to share here with you guys now that I've had saved since January 8th of 2022, where I was in the Starbucks parking lot. My wife ordered me some coffee and something to eat before I headed out to the Dunsmere House. Today's video is a on-location video, horror on-location video, and this is something I've talked about and on Instagram and in my YouTube videos from late in 2021, but I want to do more on-location videos this year. But I'm actually heading to the Dunsmere House, which is in Oakland, California. This is actually the location for Morningside Funeral Home from the 1979 Don Coscarelli classic, Phantasm. Now, this was given to me by my friend Phil over at Phil's Creepy Vid. It is closed on the weekends. It's actually Saturday, January 8th. But yeah, it's closed to the public today, but the park is open and I can do some exteriors around the grounds. Really excited to do this. It's like my first excursion for 2022, which is going to be a kick-ass year. And much to my disappointment, when I got to the Dunsmere House, saw that the gate was locked, saw that there was no way to get into it. I tried everything. I thought maybe if I could even get just a shot of it from up high. I tried climbing up the park. There's like a parks department that's right next to it, and I tried climbing up. You know, there was like steps leading up to the top of the facility. I tried climbing up there. Then I drove to Chabot Park and tried to hike to find like maybe some type of peak that would at least let me look down on the property. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I kept, you know, and it was a lot. There was a lot of people like biking and hiking, even though the pandemic was still going on. Masks were still mandated in closed environments. There was still a lot of people out doing, you know, doing outdoor activities, because for January it was still a relatively nice day. It wasn't too cold and it wasn't too hot. It was perfect for hiking. So I even asked two hikers if they knew if I could somehow see the Dunsmere Mansion from like maybe a peak up there. I walked around the reservoir, and it turned out to be a complete bust. And I just kept saying, well, that's not going to work. So I was disappointed. So a week ago on August the 11th, I decided to take a day off from work, a personal day. Drove there, and it was great. I was walking up there filming. Everything was great. And then I saw this van pull out from the gate that leads to the Dunsmere House, and he stopped me and said that they were closing. Now, I was there at this was about 1:15, 1:30 in the afternoon, so I'm like, it should still be open for another hour and a half, and he would not let me go. He said that his bosses wouldn't let him go, that there was some type of structural thing. If I understand, he had a very thick accent. I couldn't really understand him, but I believe he said it was a structural issue, and he couldn't let me on the grounds, and I begged with him. I said, please, I said, I've been trying to come here for so long. I just want to walk down there and take a video or a picture of it, and he wouldn't let me. I was so pissed off. I said, this is never going to happen. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give it one more chance. So this past Thursday, August the 17th, I had a break between me. About 12:30 in the afternoon, I decided, okay, I'm going to do this because it's about 30 minutes from where I live, and I knew I was going to hit traffic coming back, but I had to be back home by 3 o'clock. So jumped in my car and drove there, and it was open. And I was able to go inside, and I was so excited to finally see for myself. And what I'm going to do is incorporate footage from the movies. There's 4 movies that I showcase footage from that were shot on the grounds at Dunsmuir Mansion. I hope everyone enjoys this. It was a lot of fun. It was a real big labor to get to finally do this, and this was a quest that I'm glad has finally happened, and I'm able to share this with you all. And after that, I'm going to come back with my final thoughts, and here we go.
Boy!
The milestone. I'm finally on the grounds of Dunsmere. I can't believe it. Holy fuck. I cannot believe I'm here. This has been a quest to get here. I'm in awe.
So yep, that is Morningside from Phantasm. Not only was Burnt Offerings and Phantasm shot here, Burnt Offerings was shot entirely here, but A View to a Kill was shot here. There's where the pool was behind me. No deer this time, so I didn't get spooked like Sean did, but what a trip. And here's how close it is to the house. There's the house right there. Wow. This has been amazing. Absolutely amazing day. I got some big cracks in this wall here. Took almost 2 years. I can't believe I finally did it. What a great day. Goodbye, Dunsmere. It's been an amazing, amazing experience. Yeah, it was just a blast, and yeah, I had so much fun just walking around those grounds and seeing that place for the first time, and knowing that, you know, that's where Morningside Cemetery was, that's where Burnt Offerings was. The whole thing was pretty much shot on those grounds. And then you had View to a Kill, my favorite James Bond film. I don't care what anybody says, I love that film and I grew up on it. And then you had So I Married an Axe Murderer, which I haven't seen as much as the other films, but it is one that was shot there, and I always thought that was really cool. I wanted to go up on the porch and sort of look in the windows. I know Sean did that in his videos, but they had like a security, there was a security van there, and they were doing some kind of food drive. They had bags, food bank bags all around like the front part of the house. So I didn't want to disturb anything, and I didn't know how far I could go. I just was so pumped that I actually got to walk up to where the pool was, although I didn't walk into the pool like Sean did. I just wanted to go up and see it and everything, but I was satisfied with everything that I was able to capture, and I hope that shows in the video. I really just had a great time, and I'm so glad that I can cross that off my bucket list of movie locations to check out. And the fact that it's only 30 minutes from my house is pretty crazy, but it was a blast. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was a lot of fun putting together, and thank you so much for everyone for supporting what I do here on the channel. It really means a lot. Yeah, thanks so much again for watching, and I will talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. Fellow Fright Fiends, just want to say thank you again for supporting BoogeyMan Ben's Horror Zone. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you're updated every time I drop a new video. I typically do this once or twice a week with new content. I've been doing this for over 11 years, and the horror genre is a passion of mine, and it really means a lot to me that I can share that passion with all of you guys. Thanks so much again for the support, and I'll talk to you again later. Take it easy, stay scared as always.